Hey everybody, welcome back to another week. So just a few things from the outside of the book and from our first homework assignment to hopefully tie some things together and give you some more food for thought. So first, great job overall everyone on completing the assignment and getting everything pretty much exactly how I wanted. The biggest thing I want you to take from that and learn and keep in mind from your own job seeking and from the days when you may be putting those job descriptions together. Remember, the reason for suggesting or having you work with a small training studio versus a full-scale gym is realizing those duties when you're at a small-scale studio could be all over the place. So set those expectations and know in turn you may be asked to do some of those things, including cleaning, including helping at the desk when things come out, promoting and marketing yourself, which many of you said and some of you, that's going to be something you love, and that's hands-on. That's why you may want to open your own studio, because you want to have your hands in all those different areas because you like to be involved. And so that's a big part on that. One thing I want to clarify on job descriptions, and this is not, no one is marked off for it because this is not part of the work in my class per se. And so you may not have been exposed to this yet, but be careful of the verbiage when we discuss personal training. Remember that personal training is typically done through certifications. Some of us use the word personal training license. And remember, that's a very different thing. Typically a licensed profession or occupation, that license is going to come from the state or a particular body that has been decided to oversee that. And that takes you through a whole bunch of other directions, okay? Longer than we're going to talk about now. But if you are interested, you can certainly look up some of the debates because it has come through in the past. Should personal trainers be licensed versus certified? Yoga instructors went through that again a few years ago as well. And you tie that in, at first it sounds, oh, that'd be more uniform. That would be great. Everybody would be state licensed. But then as you delve deeper into it, well, who's determining the qualifications? Who's taking the money? There's a lot to be had. It's died down, pretty much in the last couple of years. Everybody had other stuff in mind. But remember, if you're writing those job descriptions or if you're reading personal training certifications, so that's your ACE, your ACSM, your NASM, whoever you end up going through, those are your certifications. And for better or worse, of course, that also means that I could assign each of us for the rest of the semester to invent your own certification. And we could, if we had good marketing, we could put it out there and loosely, legally, we'd be able to get away with it. I use this. You might try this for fun if you're ever extremely bored. To show my students the absurdity of this one time, I have no real Pilates experience, and I got a Pilates certification sitting at my desk in about 30 minutes by taking a multiple choice test. So keep those things in mind, which is why those of you going through this program and continuing on with your education at ACC, you're going to be in a good spot. Now, with that in mind, the back end of the interview questions, every one of you got it exactly where I wanted it to be. Somebody needs help. Even if you're working out, if you are in that gym, you are in the facility where you are an employee, where you're a trainer and instructor, yes, you need to get off of that equipment, even if it's not in the job description. As a professional, to be a high-end service professional, jump down off of that treadmill, offer to let the member use it, help them see something else, and every one of you nailed that. So much appreciated. That's what I would want to hear if I were the one interviewing you. The one thing I want to highlight from my point of view as someone who has interviewed a lot of personal trainers and seen a lot of resumes, on question number 1, where the applicant was asked, how do you feel your coursework would aid you moving forward, working for me as a personal trainer, whatever it may be. And you all highlighted the coursework and the knowledge base, which is fantastic. But what I want to kind of put in your ear right now for when you go out into the world being interviewed or in the future conducting interviews, I would really want to hear something about some of the hands-on experience. And some of you have not been there yet, But if you stay with the ACC program, you're going to get your chance to have a lot of hands-on work within your courses in some of the labs that we do, as well as your final internship project. So when that time comes, that's what someone like myself, as a longtime personal training director, I want to hear that you have been face to face with people. You have applied that book knowledge, at least to a small extent, on a living, breathing client whose mood and condition may change from day to day. And that's what we want to hear. Because remember that if you're applying for this position, for the most part, if you've come in, I hope that the certification, the education, some of those things are going to be a given. I want you to have that. I want you to have that book knowledge. So tell me how you're going to be able to apply that. So keep that in mind. That's definitely something that we are going to want to hear. Remember, we want to know, what can you bring to the business? How are you going to help that bottom line? So coming up for this week, you're working with some things, and then I know your midterm, we've got that coming up for you. So reach out, send me questions. Assignment number 2, again, is coming up quickly as well. And so that is when I want you to get out, take a tour of a facility, walk in there cold, and ask them to show you what they have and what the prices are. That's going to give you a chance to feel the connection. Are they applying what you learned in your book and what we talked about? Are they asking you, what is it that you want? What are you looking for? What are your goals? Okay, you want them to ask that. And then, are they keeping that in mind when they're discussing their club, the facility, their options with you? Okay, so keep on the lookout for that. We're getting ready. By Friday, I'll have the following week, 211 to 217, whatever that may be, material out for you to review there as well. That's going to be something I enjoy talking about, because we're going into profit centers. So we're going to talk more about personal training and small group training and massage, and how all those things can help you make money in your facility. All right, send me questions, y'all. Have a great week. Appreciate you.